Oh, hi. You guys are here. All right, hang on one second. I gotta finish what I was doing. All right. Hey, this is Chris Voss from thechrisvossshow.com, and I'm messing with you a little bit here. Um, anyway, what I want to talk to you about today is net addiction. The New York Times put out a post recently, and they were talking about how being addicted to the internet and some of the patterns and things that maybe we're learning subconsciously are causing us to have problems with our relationships, our levels of intimacy, et cetera, et cetera. And so I think it's something that we need to be concerned about. You know, one of the things I see across the board with Twitter and Facebook is you see these people that if you don't respond within a nanosecond of them sending their message, they're extremely out of control, demanding, almost rudely, tweeting you, you have not responded to my message. You know, there are times where you're twittering where you might have an associate or business person come in the office. You may have a call come in that you need to be on. Not everyone is sitting there on Skype going, what is the next message? Okay, and I know a lot of you are, so I get your calls. So I think it's important that we really kind of put in the internet in its place and the position that it has in our world. Too many times now, more and more, I'm seeing people sitting at dinner tables in restaurants, and they're both looking at their phone and not talking to each other. I think more and more with social media and everything, it takes us away from the intimacy that we may need to spend time with people. In levels of our relationships, there should be a hierarchy of different levels of people that we have contact with and the relationships we have and the importance of them. Certainly, for me, the internet is somewhere on that level of hierarchy next to maybe people I guess I don't know or people that I might see on the street. And then it moves up from there. There's people that I might know very well on the internet or have relationships with, have online friendships with. But then there's people that are in my real life. There's my pets. There's my my friends, neighbors, relatives, families, etc., etc. And of course, those are the people that I need to engage on a real-to-real basis, on an eye-to-eye basis, on building our relationships up from wherever they are and continuing to make sure that they are sustained and maintained. And that's an important thing we need to realize. We need to take a look at some of the behaviors that we're learning with some of this internet, going to the next level, with mobile going to the next level, of how we're becoming more and more these mobile phone droids that are going, the mobile phone. And I'm as guilty as anybody. I mean, do you know how hard it is for me to do these videos? I have to drag away myself from my iPhone. And I really like it, people. No. So let's talk about some of these elements. Now, this may be good for somebody who's trying to get a boyfriend or a girlfriend away from the computer, but it's important that we realize that hierarchy of relationships, that the people we deal with face-to-face are more important and need more face time than the computer. The computer can be a very easy toy to get us away from what's important in the quality of our real lives. And I think it's important that we identify what's real and what's the internet, and that not everything, of course, on the internet is real, especially if you've seen MySpace pictures, Facebook pictures, etc., and then you meet someone in real life like me. So I'm much more fatter in real person, trust me. So actually, I'm not. I think the camera ends 20 pounds. So anyway, the signs of internet addiction, I'm going to put a link here to netaddiction.com so that you can take a look at this, and I'm sure that you can beat your boyfriend or girlfriend over the head with these statistics if you like. Signs of internet addiction from netaddiction.com. I'll put the link below the video, of course. Do you feel preoccupied with the internet? I know a lot of people do. Do you feel the need to use the internet with increasing amounts of times in order to achieve satisfaction? Hopefully it doesn't include porn. Have you repeatedly made unsuccessful efforts to control, cut back, or stop the internet use? I'll stop today, damn it. No more staying up late at night. Just one more check-in to Twitter and then I'm done. Do you feel restless, moody, depressed, or irritable when attempting to cut down or stop internet use? boy, I can sure tell you a lot of people get real freaking angry when Twitter goes down. I pretty much get like a message from Twitter that says it's down, but a lot of people, like, they have no idea that Twitter's down or that there's an issue, and they just think that their computer, someone is messing with them. And then what's funny is you'll be on Facebook, you'll see this whole flood of people coming to Facebook and like, Twitter's down, oh my God, it's the end of the world. And so I think it's comical in nature. I think it's important for us to learn that the internet doesn't run our lives, and it has a place. It has a time and a place and a meaning, and it's important to control that. Do you stay online longer than you originally intended? Have you jeopardized, risk loss of a significant relationship, job, education, or career opportunity because of the internet? Have you lied to family members, therapists to conceal the extent of involvement with the internet? Don't tell them, precious. You're my computer and mine and not the internet all alone. Is it creepy that I call the internet Twitter account precious? Is that creepy? Do you use the internet as a way of escaping from problems and relieving dysphoric mood, feelings of helplessness, guilt, or depression? You shouldn't do that. You should drink scotch. That'll fix your problems. You don't need the internet. Anyway, I wouldn't recommend that for everyone, especially if you're under the age of 21. Other symptoms may include failed attempts to control behavior, heightened sense of euphoria, and neglecting family or friends, neglecting sleep to stay in line, being dishonest with others, feeling guilty, ashamed, anxious, physical changes such as weight loss, backaches, headaches, carpal tunnel syndromes, and withdrawing from pleasurable activities. Those are some things that you want to be concerned about with being on the internet. You know, let me ask you something. When your spouse or a loved one or a child comes in the room, if you're working on the internet, if you're not actually doing business, do you look up? Do you take yourself away from the internet? I don't know that a lot of people on the internet separate what they're doing is just sometimes playing around as opposed to actual work. Now, I work on the internet pretty much a lot of times for our clients around the world, but there's a time where I have to recognize, okay, am I doing work here or am I just screwing around looking at stupid crap on the internet? And when someone you love or someone you care about or someone that you need to have the FaceTime hierarchy with comes in the room, ask yourself, am I meeting and greeting with them? Am I connecting with them? And I think that's very important that we do that in our lives. It's hard enough in our lives that we don't get time to spend with each other, as busy as our lives are. And I would implore to you that it's probably more than ever important to spend as much FaceTime as you can with your kids, your family, and the people that are the most important aspects of your life, because they're the ones you have to live with. That's probably very important. And the internet, you can turn it off. And most of those people tend to go away once you quit talking to them anyway, and they go talk to someone else on the internet. So anyway, realize the tool, keep it in its place, and make sure you have healthy relationships and you manage your hierarchy of what's really important and what's not. And I'm probably talking to gamers too, Xboxers. Those are probably the same sort of thing. Realize what's important in your life. Your family, making money, all that good stuff. Hey, when there's time to play. Thanks for coming by the ChrisVossShow.com. I'm going to have some scotch. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.